Hi, I'm Mike with Holmes Quality Products. Today we're going to talk about 3 Capital One credit cards, a trifecta. This combination of cards are going to give you the choice between cashback and transfer partners. So if you find a flight or whatever that might be cheaper with cash, you will have the cash back to book that flight. Or if you need cash back for something that came up you didn't expect, like car repairs or something. But you can also transfer that cash back over to points, and you're going to be able to book a flight for possibly way cheaper than the cash price, or do other things with the points. One thing I want to mention now, so I don't forget to mention later, once you transfer the cash over to the points, you can't transfer it back. So just remember that. So if you decide on booking a flight and you transfer your cash over to the point side, and then something that comes up and you change your mind, you can't transfer it back. Also, with this trifecta, this combination of these 3 cards, there will be no annual fees, which makes it different than anything else. No matter what combination you use with most of the credit card issuers, you will have to choose between cash or points. And if you want to use both, you will have to have a credit card with an annual fee. With this trifecta, you will have the flexibility with no annual fees. So the first card I'm going to mention is the Venture One. It's a no annual fee points credit card. It gives you 1.25 miles per dollar on all purchase. Simple card, but it's a miles, so points credit card, not a cashback credit card. This is the credit card that's actually going to give you access to the transfer partners, which we'll get into in a little bit later. The next card I'm going to mention is the Quicksilver credit card. It's a 1.5% on everything. Now, I've made a video about it. Credit card, simple, 1.5% every purchase. That's cashback credit card. The third and final card for this trifecta is the Saver One, the no annual fee version. This credit card gives you 3% on groceries, 3% on dining, 3% on entertainment, 3% on popular streaming, and 1% on everything else. So with this combination, you're going to use the Saver One for your groceries, your dining, your entertainment, and your streaming. And then you're going to use the Quicksilver for all your general purposes. So you're going to have a 1.5% on everything at least, and 3% in some of those other categories. I'd also like to mention that none of these cards have a foreign transaction fee. So if you're traveling, you can use these cards anywhere you go, no foreign transaction fees. Okay, now that we've discussed these credit cards, with this combination, which is using the Quicksilver for general purpose and the Saver One for the 3% categories, you're going to accumulate cash back, which is great because now you have a choice to spend this. If you have something that came up, you've been accumulating all year to take a vacation, and something else comes up instead, like car repairs or anything else, you have the opportunity to use this for cash back. But adding the Venture One to this lineup also gives you the ability to transfer that cash back over to miles, to transfer out to British Airways and other transfer partners. I'll put a list of the transfer partners up on the screen, so you can kind of pause it and look at it if you want to. Quite a few, I think they have 17 transfer partners now. But you could transfer it out and gain more value by using these points to a transfer partner. So that cash back could possibly double, triple, or even more in value once you move it to the Venture to get miles, and then the miles over to a transfer partner. In a built video, I kind of broke it down a little bit more, showing it. This one, I'll show you a few examples also about this. Another thing I'd like to mention before I show you the examples is that when you book through a transfer partner, like if you book a flight through British Airways, you can cancel it and get your points back. I believe with British Airways, it's 24 hours before your flight departs. You look at each one, it may be different slightly according to who the transfer partner is. I know with British Airways and American Airlines, because that's who I use the most, that you can get the points back and use them for something else. Where if you paid with cash and you didn't add the cancellation insurance, you probably won't get your cash back. All right, so I'm going to put a couple examples on the screen. The first one is going to be Jacksonville to DC and back. With American Airlines, it is $405 for the ticket. For British Airways miles, it's $165 worth of points plus $11 in tax for a total of $176. So with that combination, you're going to get over 2 cents per point. So if you would have had $100 in cash back, you've automatically turned that into $200 worth of points for this flight. The next example I'm going to show you will be from Los Angeles to Seattle. So this trip with American Airlines is $298. With British Airways points, it's $220 worth of points plus $11 in tax for a total of $231. So in this scenario, you're still getting more than 1 cent a point, but you're not getting the same. And I'm not shopping around. When I book my flights, I look around and find the best deals, but I didn't want to do that for the video. I also didn't do it in the build video because I want you guys just to see me picking some random flights and seeing the value. With that being said, I also did find flights that may have been $200 with American Airlines and $400 worth of British Airways points. With this combination, you have the cash back. You don't have to transfer it out. So you could have booked that same flight, used the cash back, and took the flight you wanted to take. So with this combination, you have cash and then you have points with no annual fees. A lot of versatility in this trifecta. So if you're booking a flight and you're paying cash and you book it through the Capital One travel portal, they do have a way of like a price guarantee. So I'll put a screenshot up that has a little bit more information, but I believe it's like within so many hours, if you find a better deal, they'll match it. All right, so my thoughts on this combination, it's unique. It gives you a lot of versatility. If you don't travel a lot, often, and you want to travel maybe once a year, this gives you a lot of versatility in what you can do. If you decide you may not travel or something comes up, you could take these cash back, use it towards Christmas, use it towards whatever, but you have the choice to transfer it out also. So with this combination, you're going to be saving a lot throughout the year. 3% on dining all year, 3% on groceries all year, 3% on your streaming, not going to be a huge save, but still a savings. 3% on entertainment, and then you're also going to get 1.5 on general purpose purchases all year for using this no annual fee combination. And then when you get to the end of the year, you can cash out, use it for Christmas, or you're like, let's take a family vacation, or if you're single, take a vacation by yourself. Go see some friends that live across the country or maybe in another country. You can do all this for free or little cash with these combinations. Just wanted to point this out, show you this trifecta. I see a lot of people in videos talk about the duo of using the Venture X credit card. That's a $395 annual fee. Yes, there's credits that offset it, mixed with the safer one. But I kind of like this one because I felt like it may appeal to certain people by having the choice of cash back or points and no annual fees to worry about. So if you, whatever your lifestyle changes, you don't have to worry about annual fees if you don't want to use these cards anymore. The only category I wish it covered was fuel. Because covering, I've always said, like if you cover fuel, dining, and groceries, you've covered most of it. So what you could do if you wanted is add the city custom cash. It's 5% cash back on fuel, and that'll give you some extra money throughout the year too. So if there is some expenditures that, when you plan your vacation, you can have enough points to pay for a flight and a hotel, but you're going to go out to eat. Maybe the cash back you got from the city custom cash, the cash from that will cover dining out and doing things like that. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know this is a little unique because, like I said, you'll see the duo a lot of times that people talk about, but there's no annual fee, cash back, or transfer combination. It's pretty cool. I think it's nice to have that versatility. Remember, if you don't have the cash, you don't have the credit. Treat credit like cash. So swipe the credit cards just like you swipe a debit card, deduct it from your ledger, treat it like cash. Unless it's an emergency, if you don't have the cash, you don't have the credit. I'm here to try to help you gain money and have like free vacations or whatever. I want you to gain money and gain extra things. I don't want you to lose money. If you're paying interest every month, you're losing money. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Comment down below if you have any questions. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.